Hello and welcome to another episode of the Bench Bros podcast. This is week 18, so it's legal.
Oh
I
God.
am one of your hosts, Cheesebees, along with the only other man that I'd want plumbing around in my wall.
Ye.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm seriously reconsidering all the choices that led me up to doing this with you.
Hey man, life comes at you fast.
Yeah, that it does. We made it through whatever the hell this year of NFL was.
Oh man. Something to be I want to say admired, but that's really not the right word. Noted very
Yeah.
carefully.
I mean, first, what, 17, 18 week season?
Yes.
Uh, had somebody clinically dead on a field.
Mhm. You have
Uh,
a team making it into the playoffs, first in their division with a losing record.
hey man, Dolphins should be right there with us.
That they should.
The only reason that they didn't is because they had to play. Did you watch that game or at least see anything from the Jets Dolphins game? It was a disaster. Like no team should have won.
Yeah, no, it was. I don't even know. I don't know how it ended up going down. It was. I don't know. It was just such a shitty week for everybody going in. Well, they
Some
were
teams,
missing Tua.
well, yeah, I think the Miami was playing like a third string quarterback or a fourth string quarterback, and so was
Yeah,
the Jets. I mean, the Jets is just their first string is the fourth string. So,
for any other team. Yeah. Oh, Joe
um,
Flacco, he's back. God, remember
oh,
when he was a
I
Super
don't,
Bowl quarterback?
was he?
Once upon a time, I think he won it with the Baltimore Ravens. I think he did. Either that or he's made it like 2 or 3
I
times.
couldn't tell
And
you. I've never even seen the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
he had won early 2000s. I don't know if he won it though.
Yeah, the AFC is kind of stacked with teams. Though I would like to say all three Florida teams are in the playoffs.
Which watch out, literally everybody else, you will get crabs.
Well, that's what I was gonna get into is like you really don't think I don't, at least me personally when I was starting to get really into sports, I didn't ever think of Florida as like this powerhouse state of like professional sports. But
Uh
as I get older, it kind of has. I mean, you have the we have the Rays who always make it to very either into the what do they call it? The
MLB postseason.
yeah, I shows you how much I care about baseball. You
Yeah.
have you have the Lightning for the Stanley Cup run at
Yeah.
least every year for the past, I want to say like 5 to 10 years. And now with the
I don't know enough
Buccaneers
about it.
winning the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
2, I think.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it
Yeah.
is. Football blends into years for some
It,
reason.
it really does.
Yeah, that's just my thoughts. I never really thought of Florida as a powerhouse state for sports until a couple of years ago.
Dude, I just still can't believe that Ohio has 2 NFL teams.
Yeah,
I That blows my mind.
and they had the Bengals and the Browns,
Yeah, dude, the B&Bs, they had to make it easy on them because God knows what the fuck's going
and
on
they're
in
both
Ohio.
orange.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing else to do there except be like that brown, orange, copper. Like,
Oh,
I'm guessing
I'm
it's just
sure
like a meth head
everyone's.
state, and they
Oh,
just keep selling copper, so that's why their colors are copper.
it's just a depression state.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I guess we'll talk about the Bucks games first because there's not really much to talk about there.
Same on my side, but we'll start with you.
You have more to talk about than I do because what
Mm,
happened to you? Um,
God. Okay.
yeah, we took another L, but once again, it didn't matter. We basically played a quarter. We had like half a bye week, if you really want to think about it. We
Yeah,
played our
going Thursday
starters
to
for.
Sunday.
We had our starters. Well, no, our starters played like like a quarter and a half, and then
Oh, okay.
everybody else played the rest of the game. Uh, I will say Atlanta's looking for next year if they go with their secondary, their younger core, they'll be a threat. But again, um, their younger threat had gone up against our younger side of the team, which could be a problem going forward, but we can see. I'm not super happy that we didn't go into it like guns blazing and take on the Falcons more hard. I guess is the way you could say it. Our younger core needs work. I will say that. I wasn't too thrilled with our uh second string quarterback, uh Blaine Gabbert. He got a touchdown, but that's because Brady basically held his hand until the end zone. Kyle Trask, there really wasn't much for me to say about him. Though Blaine Gabbert did complete 6 out of 8 of his throws. Brady walked away with another career high, which is not surprising. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
what was that again? In
Oh, I was just basically talking about how I wasn't too impressed with little I saw of our quarterback
first string.
taking over. Or no, our second string quarterback.
Yeah, because he's. It
I
depends on
mean,
how this one goes, man. But I
I mean,
think,
I think he's still younger. He's 33, so he's not
well, it
that.
depends. Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on which one. Because
Yeah,
let's
he
see.
was
Yeah,
originally at Jacksonville, didn't do anything, and then
yeah. Blaine Gabbert, I think he was pretty good at the. Yeah, he went to University of Missouri, went
yeah,
3 years, and then decided to go to the NFL. Should have stayed in college, but
I only played
we.
3 years.
Yeah, but you also have this other kid, Kyle Trask. He's not brand new. I think he's 2 years in. Um,
Yeah, I believe he's the one that was in the was doing. I don't remember who was in our game for in the preseason. I couldn't tell you. Actually, we can look at that right now.
oh, dude, let's.
Who played for our preseason games? Because I was kind of impressed with that. Watching
Yeah,
but that's preseason, and
yeah.
normally the younger guys take for preseason stuff.
Yeah, I feel like, but that's the whole thing. I think preseason is just college football. You know, you put your starters out there, not even like the first 2 games, but or they do a
Well,
drive maybe.
the coaches talk about to each other when they're playing preseason, like what they're doing, what they're running, because it's kind
Yeah,
of just a scrimmage match. That's all it really
exactly.
is.
Yeah, it's just letting
It's
these
just so
college
it
talent, these younger guys, and these
compete
aging
against
veterans. Yeah,
against. Let me look at our
yeah. See who's
Dolphins
still got a
game.
year in them,
Skylar
and then who's got
Thompson.
potential.
That's who I wanted to see because that kid was good.
Skylar
Uh,
Thompson.
is
Not
he? Oh,
even.
he's with the Dolphins now.
Oh, I
Oh no,
wonder.
that's because I'm looking at the Dolphin. Kyle Trask
Yeah. Okay.
during
So
the
Kyle Trask. It was who you were looking at.
yeah, I was looking at him because if you look against the game against the Dolphins, 25 of 33 completions. That's
That's really
actually
good.
really good.
Yeah, in a
And
young quarterback, you really want to see that high completion rate.
um, let's look into the next week. Who did we play in the preseason? The Titans. That's another game we lost in the preseason.
Yeah,
Didn't do
preseason.
as good, but still, 11 for 24, 105 yards, one interception.
It's not bad.
No,
Not
not
great.
not great. You did way
Yeah,
better against the Dolphins, who are arguably a better team,
yeah.
which is always so confusing for me with us. Will beat teams we should lose against and lose against teams who we should beat. Anyways,
Been there, brother.
um, yeah, like it was fun to watch this game. It was fun to watch the younger Falcons guys go out because they seem pretty good. But
Yeah.
like again, that's against our like second, third, fourth string, so you can really only take that with a grain of salt. And guys aren't trying to get injured. You know what I mean? In a game that really doesn't matter.
Yeah, because as soon as even because you guys beat once you guys beat the Panthers last week,
It
it
was a done deal.
was that's it. Yeah, you had clinched the NFC South. I mean, you did need I think the Saints to also lose to the Falcons, and then but even the Falcons winning this one, I mean, there was no hope for them. I think they were 6-10 or 5-10 when it all was starting out.
So
Here,
that's
I'm
like your
looking.
divisional card. Like how many like what's your win record against teams in your like you played in your division?
Yeah,
You
and
know what I
that's
mean?
another thing. Yeah,
I think the Jaguars were the only one that was close to us, and if we beat the Jaguars, then there was nothing they could do.
yeah,
Um, You know what else I learned is that our punter Jake Camarda is a rookie.
Oh, and to do what he did, was it
Yeah,
last week? Fuck.
last week. That's great. And
That's heads up.
even how good he's been throughout the year.
Yeah. I'm looking at the stats now on him. Not bad at all.
And I've never really been super enthralled with punters because it's just like that. It's just that weird thing with football that's been attached to it. It's like a second game attached to it.
Yes. Oh yeah. Trust me. If I mean, well, that's the whole thing. That's what they really. That's one thing in high school, especially. It's offense, defense, and nobody cares about the special teams. But that's a whole third part of the game that
But
if
you've
you don't
seen,
pay attention,
but what I've seen more and more recently is I don't know if it's always been a thing, is that like they're pulling people from offense and defense to form special teams.
yes.
I don't know if that's always been the case because I've never really paid that much attention to it.
Honestly, for the most part,
Uh,
yeah,
Other than
it's
having
usually
like your
that.
punters and kickers who are actual special teams, it's really you get that tacked on top.
Yeah, and it's always like your third, fourth
String guys.
string, yeah, wide receivers. Your second string, maybe third
Yeah,
string
because
linebackers.
basically turns to kill the man with the ball.
Yes. Oh man, that was a great one I was thinking of. That would have been great for tackle the man with the football.
Is it that one? I can't remember what teams are playing, but it's that dude who catches like a punt return and immediately as it like touches his hands, he gets like creamed. Is that what you were thinking about?
No, it's like it was just another name for it.
Oh
But I
yeah,
don't know. Yeah, but
I know what it is. You just probably can't say it anymore.
no. Well, there's the one, and I'm not gonna say it all, but the smear one. But it wasn't
Yeah.
that. It was something more. For one, much less offensive, and it was actually what I think I'm very creative and clever. Damn,
All
I was gonna
all
talk about it too, but I didn't
all I
write it down.
remember is that really offensive one and kill the man with the football.
See, we played tackle the man with the football.
Yeah, we tackle, kill, same thing. Um, yeah, pretty much all I have to say about the Buccaneers. We lost a game that we didn't need to win, so.
That's fair.
And you lost against a team who you probably should have beat.
Yeah, man. I was watching the game, and if are we jumping into it?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, Buccaneers 17, Falcons 30.
Yeah,
Before
it
we
doesn't
before
matter.
we, I just want to make sure. No, I just want to just drive that knife in real
Let's
quick.
start it with the Cowboys and Commanders, six to
Oh my
26.
god, we got our asses kicked, man.
And there's really no excuse for you here.
Oh, there's no, there isn't. So before we even start off, it was 309 yards to 182, which is fucking nothing on either side. 309 is what you're supposed to have going into the fourth quarter, and it's now time for your put up or shut up plays. You want to go 50, 60 yards. I don't know what's the lowest yardage score in recent history. Let's
It'd probably be last week with the fucking Dolphins and the
Oh, the Dolphins and
Jets.
Jets.
Oh my god, that was awful.
Let's
There was
see,
like a
lowest.
combined of 15 points between the two teams, and all of them were
Yeah,
field goals.
let's see.
I don't know
Damn,
what you're
there's
talking about here. I mean,
I'm
their
talking
total
about like
yards,
full, yeah, total yards.
your total yards are worse than theirs.
Yeah, exactly. Like
You have 182.
that is the lowest we've been. Even when Dak was out, I think we were still putting up at least 350
Yeah,
easy.
what was the game? What did they get? Let me fucking copy and make
Which
another
game?
tab. We played the week one where we played you. What were your yards there?
Let's see. I'm sure they were better than what we had
Yeah,
here.
but I'm just going from like first game to last game.
Yeah. So let's see. 244.
Okay.
Even only
So
scoring 3 points, we had what 60 more yards against the Buccaneers,
yeah,
losing 3-19.
I'm gonna look at your second game, Ash, week two when Dak went out was
No,
out.
Dak went out that first game.
That's what I'm saying. Your second
Yeah.
week when
Oh,
he was
second week.
out, you played the
Let's see.
Bengals. You
Yeah.
won, and you had a total of 337.
Yeah. See, even with Dak out, 337, and I'm sure that you probably won't find a single game under 300 yards.
No, I'm looking.
So I'm looking
Oh,
Giants. The last time we played the
yeah,
Commanders,
I'm looking
still
at
at
the last.
279 actually. Damn,
Yeah,
Commanders have a decent. Well, I guess
Commanders
the
have.
Commanders just have it figured out.
Yeah, they kind of got you pegged.
Oh
If they
no,
shut.
against the Rams.
Oh yeah, 239.
Yeah, but that was because I think it was a lot. Well, they had three uh turnovers,
And
and that was a lot of short yardage.
Eagles, you had 315. See, you probably have 1,000. 330 against the Lions.
Yeah, and then I think it was after the Eagles when Dak came back. Yeah, 330 with the Lions. So we've only the lowest games we've had were the Commanders and the Rams. Again, the Rams we're not going to talk too much about it because it was those three turnovers that I'm sure, if I remember correctly, were in that short yardage on their side of the field, just costly turnovers. Commanders, man, I don't know what it is. It's their secondary. It's got to be.
Yeah, they kind of lock you down.
Yeah, and that's something
And
that
as
I
soon
just
as they do
really didn't
that, you
think.
guys kind of just like fall apart.
Yeah, because you're now forced, or Dak is now forced to make. I mean, he's forced to make decisions, and we've talked about this before.
Yeah,
He's forced to make, yeah.
he's not good with the decision making process,
No, he isn't. He has
especially in
no,
critical conditions.
yes. And every single throw he made, it was again, he's trying to beat the receiver there because he's trying to force it in these holes. He's not going through his whole progressions. He knows who he's going to throw to before. So if he knows he's throwing to the right side of the field, he's not checking down to the left. He's not looking left at all unless he has great protection. But our protection's been shoddy this year. Well, the last couple games because we have two offensive linemen now. So all that chemistry's off. You now need to get off of these long developing plays, and you need to go to these quick yardage throws. And that's where it would be perfect for Dak to get into the same way Kirk Cousins does with those
Yeah,
little quick 5 and ins, 5 and outs.
I really can't say you really can't rest your loyals in having two offensive linemen out. I mean, we have
Yeah.
offensive linemen out too, and I we're in the playoff same as you.
Right.
And
But
our defense is mm, I would say I wouldn't say marginally because it's better. I'd
no, your
say
defense is better, especially right now. Your run defense is solid. Your pass
our
defense is
even with
decent.
two starting offensive linemen out, our offensive line still holds up.
Yeah, yeah. But I really credit a lot of the problem, especially right now. If you know you have two offensive linemen out, very simple. Throw the ball quicker. Get the ball out of your hands. If we have two linemen out, don't run in the inside. I know we're an inside run team, but you got to go to the corners. You have to make them pull people to the sides, play action, hit it over the middle on those quick 5 and in passes. But for whatever reason, Kellen Moore is sitting there with his mouth open, two fucking buck teeth, like, his nose scrunched up, going, huh, with his hand on his hip, just like, huh, okay, you know what? I don't know what's going on here, McCarthy. Yeah, no, me either. Yeah. So honestly, I'm surprised the Commanders didn't have more points. They had the 26, which was came from a lot of there was technically what would you call it, like two fumbles lost, where and the interception that was a pick six, which shouldn't have been thrown. It was it was the same play twice in a row. Um, but again, Kellen Moore, I don't know. You can't give Dak the decision to figure it out. But there was a fourth down punt that the punt was a little high. That's the issue. Now they're gonna say, "Oh, it hit
Did
him
your
right in the
fucking
hands."
did your fucking jumbotron cause problems again?
No, even before the jumbotron was introduced to this mathematical equation of pi over get fucked, like which is essentially the play we were running.
Oh god.
Uh, so he the long snapper he snaps it, but the problem with punters you don't snap it high. You're supposed to snap it anywhere
Lower.
between like
Their
nipples and down.
yeah.
Even nipples is actually kind of high. You want to
I was
put
gonna
like
say to
waist
like their
down.
waist to like their knee, to the
Yeah,
top
pretty
of their
much.
knee.
Yeah. And even if you put it low, I mean that's they have their
Their
hands
hands are hanging low to begin with.
exactly, and they have this breadbasket like two hands down. It's not like a quarterback where they got one hand up, one hand down to catch it like up and down. They're just straight down, like they're like you're giving like, may I have some more, sir? That's essentially how they catch the ball because they
God.
catch it 1-2 punt. That's the what you're supposed to do. This one hits him high. He has to jump up to try and catch it, lock his elbows so that the ball hits him square in the palms, which is nice. But again, he has to jump, lock his elbows, hits, bounces off, and now he has to make something happen. Fourth down, it's a sack for, well, I don't know, tackle for loss, I guess, of like 15 yards. Washington has it at like their 28. Uh, Pick six, fumble lost again. Pick six, they just took it to the house, and then fumble on the short goal line from KaVontae Turpin, which was essentially just a really elaborate pass play with a foot. Because it hits him right in his face mask, it drops right down, and it's over from there. They get the ball, short yardage. So that was all first quarter. So that set the tone for everything.
Yeah, we're kind of the same way. Is if we don't have like a good first quarter and aren't able to bounce back from it, like mid second quarter, it's not a good day for us.
Yeah. And
But
like the
I
Bucks and the
will
Cowboys, very emotional teams.
I'll give credit for Tom Brady. He's able to kind of slump the team out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It if because we can dig out of it. I mean, it's possible. We've done it before. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it too much with you guys though.
No, because we don't have, like I said, we have an above average quarterback with superstar talent. He doesn't know when to use it, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I'm not saying we need to start looking for another quarterback. I'm saying that we have to put him in positions to win. And this game, Kellen Moore, he was our wonder kid. You know, he was our Nate the Great. If anybody watches Ted Lasso, and yeah, it seems the magic has fallen off in these last 2 years. I don't know if it's because he just wants to continue to run a game plan. If someone's telling him to, I don't know. Same thing with Dak. I don't know if someone's telling him to get the ball in there faster. Maybe it's his offensive coordinator just being like, yeah, let's get it. On defense, we're giving up yards, not too much, 309. What can you do? You know, you're getting your ass kicked. They have the ball in a whole 13 minutes more than you do, almost an entire quarter more than you do. So essentially, your defense is playing 3 quarters before, and the offense is playing a quarter and a half. Like you can't. The workload is different. Dan Quinn, the only reason why it wasn't a fucking blowout is because of Dan Quinn's substitution like offense or defense where he brings in new people in and out in and out. But with that being said, we have a lot of linebackers. Our linebackers are hurt. Michael Parsons isn't doing well because everybody's just doubling him up. And since we can't bring in any linebackers down, Van Der Esch is out. We have our two cornerbacks that are out. So we're giving way too much help, which we need to because we don't want to give it over the top. Way too much help to the secondary, and we're not blitzing the way we are. We're not being aggressive the way we should be to start making these other quarterbacks not sit there. And we need to start bringing Michael Parsons, Dorrance Armstrong, uh, what's his name, Demarcus Lawrence. We need to start bringing them in because we're just gonna keep losing games, or we're just gonna have to, like I said, put it all on the back of Dak, and then we're all gonna blame him come Monday morning. Like, oh, did you see the game? Yeah, Dak sucks. You don't know what you're talking about. He does suck, but that's besides the point. You don't know why he sucks. That's the difference. So Kellen Moore, you need to figure it out, man. You know it's a game every week. You got to know what's going on. You have to understand that you are either going to go in and run your offense and make um, variations, changes there, or you can be smart and read the game film and know, okay, we have to change it up going into it because everybody's watching us the same way everybody else watches every other week of football video, game film. And I didn't see it here. And even when things were going south, I mean, the Cowboys needed this game. And you can hear the announcers not shut the fuck up about it. The same way Joshua Dobbs, 4.0 in mathematical engineering English literature of the 15th century. They needed this game just to be flying high going into next week. Because again, you need to have these guys, especially on this offense, you need to have them feeling good. There was a lot of frustration. I'm really looking at CeeDee Lamb. I hope he doesn't turn into an issue, but if he keeps getting frustrated and we're not going to be producing, I feel CD Lamb is going to start becoming a cancer in this locker room. He's a great kid. He needs to be paid when his contract comes up, or he needs to be able to have some type of renegotiation. And if not, we're going to end up losing him. There go our offensive powers because he's the only one that Dak likes going to, much like Tony Romo in the Jason Witten era. Pollard and Zeke, I mean, Zeke, there's nothing we can do, man. Internet's fucked. Or internet's fucked. But yeah, I saw that. Uh, our line's fucked. Nothing we can do.
Yeah.
We just got to start bouncing outside. We have to make them make mistakes. I almost saw no play action whatsoever because I'm like, just play action, just play action. Do it once, please, for the love of God. And again, play action. It's a long developing play, but we're a run first team. It pops out. You give Dak 2 targets because you need to limit his fucking options. And if one isn't ready, two isn't ready, throw it away. End of a play. No harm, no foul. But I don't know. Kellen Moore needs to figure it out. I'm guessing maybe this was just a throwaway game. But if it was a throwaway game, why did we keep our starters out there as long as we did?
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, why did you keep your starters out for so long if this was a throwaway game for you?
Because
And
what
you
we wanted was them to get on a roll, get like 2, 3 good drives, and then pull them. And then if we lost, we lost. Whatever. Going so that way we had a good, some help, some high morale going into next week.
played for nothing other than just to kick your teeth in,
Yes.
and that was fun.
Yeah. So I
Uh,
don't know. Kellen
because
Moore.
it gives me serious hope of going into next week and
I
us
know.
just doing the same thing to you guys.
Yeah, and again, you guys have a solid run defense. You guys have been playing against Brady forever, so you know the routes, you know when to jump on the secondary side, and the only way we're going to beat you is if we can outsmart your offensive coordinator or your defensive coordinator, which shouldn't be hard because we have all these massive powered weapons. But we're going to continue to shackle ourselves down and just say, "Hey, come get us." I bet you can't. My hands are tied behind my back. And
And then
then
we're gonna have
shocked
Dak
Pikachu
running.
face. Yes, shocked Pikachu face. Dak runs. His knee is now absolutely obliterated into the third nebula of this
Yeah, his
spaceman galaxy.
knee got knocked into next year
Yeah. So,
because God knows that's gonna happen again.
yeah.
Um, what I will say with this though, no matter whose team wins, either the Buccaneers or the Cowboys next week, whoever it is, we're gonna have a rough time in the playoffs because I'm looking at it like, okay, there's our two teams, right? Then we have like the Vikings. Vikings are like the best worst team in here. Really, they are.
Yeah. Well,
N-
they
They had a softer season than most of us.
yes.
They were playing in a division that got hit. I mean, the only reason why it's the Vikings right now and not Green Bay is because Green Bay, again, Aaron Rodgers' time has come. For I don't know why it has father time's come for Aaron Rodgers, but I don't know why for not
Hard
Tom
too.
Brady.
Yeah. Well, he made deals. He's like, I will sell my hot wife if you give me another 5 years.
Sure enough, somebody took it. Giants, yeah, they're another thing. Seahawks, but then you also have like the Eagles and 49ers, who are arguably the two best teams on the who are the two best teams in the NFC by far.
Yeah.
As soon as we go up against one of them, I'm shitting my pants, and I would too if I were you for the Cowboys,
Yeah.
because we already beat the Seahawks. I'm not worried about Geno Smith, especially how their season progressed,
Mm.
and we beat them in Germany, which is arguably even harder to do than at home or away.
Oh, you know what would be fun? Speaking of all this playoff stuff, you know how people do like like what you're talking about now, like who's gonna win, who's gonna be tough, all that. Making like a Sweet 16 bracket.
Who you think is gonna go? I
Yeah,
mean,
except
we
here
could
because
do.
it'd be like a Sweet 14.
So what I was gonna do for next year when we start doing this, I was gonna take the Buccaneers game and I was just gonna flip a coin to see if we won and just see how correct the coin would be.
Oh, I like that.
So we can only do it for week 18 right now because we don't know, or the first wild card because we don't know who's gonna win. But we can do that real quick. I can I grab a piece of paper here and a pen.
Yeah.
There's a
And then make
pen.
sure you number them to make sure that we know like who's the right seed.
Yeah. I need a better piece of paper than that.
Because for sure,
Oh, there's my notebook.
I see the 49ers taking out the Seahawks. Absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
That's not even the shout out to Seahawks. You made it. Geno Smith had a hell of a season,
Yeah,
but the 49ers are just strong, man.
let's look at it like this. So, for the 6 games that we have the Seahawks and
So 7
40.
Seahawks, 2 San Francisco 49ers. And the seed, well, I guess it doesn't matter. We have the seeds right in front of us so we can.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip this coin. Heads would go. We'll just go from top to bottom. So like heads would always be like Seahawks, Chargers, that kind of thing. And the bottom would
Okay.
be tails would be like 49ers, Jaguars. At least on the bracket that we're looking at. Flip
Okay.
the coin. It's got it for
You're
tails for 49ers.
nah, well, come on.
Well, yeah. So I'll go. Well, uh,
So 49ers seed number 2 going into the divisional round.
tails.
So what is the
49ers.
divisional round? Is it north and no, I guess it doesn't matter. It's always the highest and lowest and it's essentially
Yeah.
just playoffs, yeah. I was like, "Oh, is it always east and west or north and south? That'd be cool." Except we probably don't want to do the north and south. It's probably east and south and north and west or something.
Mm-hmm. Next we have Chargers and
I got the Chargers here, man.
Jags.
Philip Herbert is going to take care of the Jaguars.
I think the Jags are gonna take them.
They're
Jags are
just
riding
they're
hot.
scrappy. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, especially after last week
Yeah.
beating out who did they beat out last week? The Titans. I mean, it's not saying much. You beat the Titans, which is kind of like
Yeah.
beating them, beating a man with no feet in a foot race. So
Yeah. Well, they do have that one guy, Joshua Dobbs, who is the valedictorian of 13th century aeronautics space shopping. So
I kind of
don't
just like to have the uh have all the Florida teams in the playoffs as long as I can, and just have us beat the shit out of each other. But yeah, let me flip the coin and see what the coin says. Got another tails.
Are you doing that? Oh, you're doing both, right?
Yeah. So like we're picking out who we think is personally gonna win, and then what the coin says. We can compare. So what do you think for the Dolphins and the Bills? I think the
Dolphins, Bills.
Bills are
Oh.
gonna fucking cream their clock.
Yeah, but the Bills don't have a strong defense. They've been relying on Jared Allen. What's his name? Number 14. It's not. I think it's Diggs.
Oh,
And
Stephon
their
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs and their great receiving core, tight end, and their
So
offensive line. They're just running
immediately,
solid.
I'm retracting my previous statement. You know that I'm looking at who the Dolphins are playing. But yeah, I seriously think there's nothing really the Dolphins can do,
Yeah.
especially with the emotion going in with the Bills right now.
hmm
So you're saying Dolphins?
No, no,
Oh,
no. I'm
okay.
I'm talking. I'm talking Bills. I think they're
Okay.
gonna have a tough time, and they're gonna be out next go around, depending on who. All right, I'm gonna give it to the Bills.
Okay. Let's flip this coin. We got a heads.
That's the Bills, right?
Yep. Up next, Giants and Vikings.
I got the
Uh,
Giants here. They are
yeah.
playing hard. I think the defense is going to give Kirk Cousins a big, big run for their money. And I think it's going to be the Eagles and the Giants going into the division.
Yeah, same thing. I overall just think that the Giants again, another kind of emotional team. Not as much as like I think neither as our teams are, but just of the fact that it's a young team in for the most part, it's a young team in
Yeah.
the playoffs.
Yeah.
Anything can really go at that point. Vikings again worked hard to get here. They haven't really been. I don't think they made it to the playoffs for the past 2 years, if I remember correctly. They've always had to compete with the Packers.
Who was that again? The Vikings.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
they really haven't had to play postseason football, where most of these teams in the past 5 years have seen a playoff berth at some point. So they're more acclimated to that. Yeah, most of them, other than the Jaguars, I'd say, have seen some sort of playoff berth.
Yeah. I'm doing my
Um,
little bracket on my side of what
yeah.
I think is gonna happen.
So let's flip this coin. Yeah, that has it going to the Giants. I'm gonna use a different fucking quarter.
It's just all
It's just head. It doing tails, tails, heads, head. But I guess that's what
Jesus.
you get with 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get a new one.
Yeah, that's also true. I've been using the same coin. So yeah, I'm gonna
Right,
stick to the
yeah.
same coin. We have Ravens and Bengals. Do we know if Lamar is back in for this game or not?
I think he is.
All right,
Let
because that's
me
kind of important.
yeah, let me double check. Also, they just played each other last week.
They played to see who was going to have either a
Uh,
neutral play site or a home game.
yes. And man, they kicked off. Well, they didn't really kick the fuck out of him, but they're definitely missing Lamar over on the Ravens side.
Oh yeah, pay
Uh
Lamar Jackson.
yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah, his contract's up.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, he's got to finish the year, right?
Well, yeah, you still have to pay him.
Oh, well,
You
that's
you
true.
got to pay him to stay. If not, he
That's true.
any team in the league. I think we would kick Tom Brady out tomorrow if Lamar Jackson came on the market.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like he will not be playing.
Ooh, that's tough.
I think that was 1 day ago. Let's see.
What are we talking about? Like hours?
Yeah, let's
Let's look
see.
up
2 hours ago.
Lamar.
Won't allow him to be his full self for a while.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's rough.
Yeah, so I'm taking
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals on that one. They just beat him
yeah.
last week. Unless the Ravens got a chip on their shoulder. But going through this whole thing without Lamar Jackson is kind of rough. And this
Yeah.
happened the same thing last year too.
Yeah.
Ravens did really well through the season, but they keep getting more and more fucking beat up, and there's really nothing they can do to stop that.
Yeah.
And by the time it comes to the playoffs, they're just it, held together with like
Skeleton
fucking
crew.
tape.
Yeah, shit. Just spit, really.
All right, let's see what the coin says. We got another tails.
Another tale. And are you gonna make a like your own thing, or are you just gonna let the
I have
you're
it.
just gonna go with that?
I'm writing it down.
Okay. On the
What do
side while
you
you're doing this?
What do you mean?
Like, are you making your own? Is what I'm
What
saying.
bracket?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of just like wrote it down on a line, like Seahawks versus 49ers, what the coin said,
Right, but are
and then
you like personally writing a back bracket?
I I I don't know what you mean.
So you know how you're doing a bracket for the coin toss?
Yeah,
Are you doing one yourself?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm keeping track of what we said, who's gonna win what.
Oh, okay. So you have two brackets going right now. Coin
Yeah, so
bracket, ye
like so
bracket.
yeah, so I have like for example, Chargers versus Jags. You said you think the Chargers are gonna win. I said the Jags are gonna win. The coin says that the Jags are gonna win.
Okay.
I'm not good with brackets. I never drawn out a bracket. I can afterwards, and I probably will now that you bring it up. All right, so
Okay.
I really don't need to say anything much about the Cowboys versus the Bucks. We already know what we're going with.
Yeah. Right now I'm just looking. So the Jaguars are supposed to be playing the Chargers. Okay.
I got a tails.
Tails.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is for the what? The NFC division?
I was looking at all of wild card.
You haven't done the wild card yet? I thought we
That's what
finished
I'm
with the
doing.
Ravens and the Bengals.
The Cowboys and Buccaneers is the last one.
Because you're using that's right, because you're using the other one. Yeah, the way the one you're using the Google thingy.
Yeah. Am I not supposed to be looking at the Google thingy?
No, no, no. I was just for whatever
I,
reason I was looking at it weird on my side. I have it another way.
uh,
I have it flipped. That's why I thought you were done already, and I was like, oh yeah.
yeah, no, I'm just going off of Google because they go off of time slots.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, they don't go off of time slots. What the fuck is this? Anyways, they have
Don't they?
no, because here, look at this. So
We're
it
the
goes
last game
Seahawks,
Monday at
49ers.
7:15.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're not. There's three other games going on. There are two other
Monday
games
night?
going on. Oh no, we're on Monday. Okay, that kind of threw
Yeah,
me
yeah,
off.
yeah.
I saw like three 8:15 games. I'm like, why? I realized one was Monday. Okay, that makes more sense. Um, so yeah, no, it doesn't make any more sense because you have the you have a 4:30 game, the 49 Seahawks 49ers. Then you have an 8:15 game for Chargers and Jags. Then you have a 1 o'clock game for Dolphins and Bills, and then you go back to 4:30 for Giants and Vikings. So it doesn't matter. It, I don't know why they write it out this way. It's just the way
I,
I'm looking at it on Google.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Relax, relax, breathe, breathe.
No, you pointed it out and it made me mad. Like why?
I don't know.
Why can't you just go with like Bills Dolphins? That's a 1 p.m. Game. Great. Then you have the two 4:30 games. Then you go 8:15 games. Why do we have to break it up into different times? Maybe it's standings, but even then, that wouldn't make any sense either.
Yeah,
Now I'm
that's
mad.
you're upsetty spaghetti.
Yeah.
Man,
So
my question is Bills v Bengals. Honestly, I'm gonna go Bengals. That's later
what?
on. That's later on.
What?
Never mind. Never. I'm doing my own thing. That's
Oh,
not
you're
just.
making a bracket of who you think
I'm
overall is going to win?
I'm making my own bracket. Yes.
Okay, see that's where I get lost at because that makes zero sense to me. I just go from week to week.
But I don't know. I'm not making like a full bracket. I don't know
You
how
know
to
what I
do
mean? So
like a
like
good
I'm
one.
not gonna write like if I would to make a bracket, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, well, I'll just do it now while we're recording, I guess. So we have, fuck, I only have. Gotta grab a piece of computer paper.
Does it have to be computer paper?
Well, I'm on like a small notebook, so it's not even a full size notebook.
What? Like a little like pocket notebook? Like your little.
No, it's not like a pocket notebook. It's bigger than that, but it's not a full size notebook. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Okay, so it's 9.5 inches by 6 inches.
Seems pretty. It's fucking massive to me.
No, it's
Jesus,
not.
it's fucking huge.
A normal notebook is 9 3/4 by 7.5.
I'm talking about penises, but
Okay,
yeah, that them
well,
too. That's why you're like, man, that's fucking huge. Yeah, all right, so that's
okay.
fine.
So you got Seahawks and 49ers.
Yeah. All right, I have all of mine set.
Okay, what do you got? Well, I'll write this shit out.
Okay.
I'll just go off the thing that the NFL has, I guess.
All right. So you have so starting with the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess should we already know who's playing for the wild card, so should I just tell you who's going to the division?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, the division I have on the NFC side, the Eagles and the Giants, and then the Cowboys and the 49ers. On the AFC side, I have Chiefs and the Chargers, and then I have the Bills and the Bengals.
All right, so divisional round, I'm gonna have Buccaneers and Giants.
No,
And
the Buccaneers couldn't play the Giants because the Eagles would play the Giants.
oh, I see, I see, I see. See,
Yeah,
this is why I don't know how any of this shit works out, and this is why I need to
that's why.
see.
Yeah, that's why I was saying you have to have like the numbers. That's what the numbers make it so much easier. So that way you can place the seeds. So
Send
like
me
so
what you're
then,
using.
what I'm using? What do you mean what I'm
Yeah.
using?
Let me just look up fucking playoff bracket.
I can share it with you to see what I'm looking at.
You can't send me like a website link?
I'm not doing it on a website link.
Oh,
Yeah, I just sent you the email of what.
I'm just gonna use CBS's bracket that they have here, so I can look at it. All right, so I see how this works.
Yeah, I'm putting
Seahawks
numbers in now. If you're looking at it,
and Cowboys, Bucks. This makes zero sense to me, but okay.
just wait. Do you see how they have numbers next to them?
Yeah, 4-5, 3-6, 7-2.
That's their seating.
Yeah, I get that, but the way they have it, right? From what I'm gathering, beats, whoever wins out of our two teams faces Philadelphia, correct?
What? I'm sorry.
Out of our two teams, who's facing? So, like for example, the Buccaneers win, they play Philadelphia.
Only if the Seahawks and the Giants also lose. So if the 49ers and Vikings win, then whoever wins out of us would play the Eagles. Does that make sense?
So so Minnesota has to lose this for either one of our two teams to go forward.
No. Okay,
So
let's
what
let's
the
let's
fuck are
take it
you
to the
talking?
beginning.
What the fuck
Let's
are
take
you
it to the
talking
beginning.
about?
Okay, so there's how there's 7 teams on each side.
Yes.
Okay, so and they have a number 1 through 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so no matter what, the highest seed always plays the lowest seed, except on wild card, because on the wild card, the number 1 seed gets a bye week.
Yeah.
So when the next game comes up, so if you're looking at my thing.
I don't have a link for your thing.
Oh, I just sent it to you.
Where did you send it to me?
Your email, I think. The way I
Oh
send
boy.
you everything.
Okay.
I don't know how else to do it.
Okay.
All right, you see what I got going on here?
Yeah, I guess. Yes, I do.
Okay. So I have the Eagles, which are number 1, playing
Mhm.
against the Giants, number 6, because I think the Giants are gonna beat the Vikings. So number 6 goes on, but they're the lowest. I have us beating you.
Yeah, I gathered
So
that.
yeah, yeah. So then it would be 4 versus 2, or 5 versus 2. 1, 6 versus 5 and 2.
Mhm.
Does that make sense now?
Yes.
Okay, let me put some more numbers here.
I'm not going to use your thing cuz that's utterly confusing.
It's not. What are you on about? This is not confusing at all. The numbers make it confusing.
Yeah.
But I don't know where to post this to be like, look, this is mine before we start.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, I guess we can post it in like the.
I could put it up if I really wanted to.
Well, like, can you copy and paste? Or that might be too many characters
What do you
on the
mean?
YouTube info or description.
What do you mean? I could just take a pic, use like make this like a image and put it on the actual video.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works. Do you want me to do like a background to it or anything, like a background color, black or
Well, I
something?
was looking for like a bracket that we could fill in. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that would be much nicer.
Yeah. Here.
And I am absolutely huff and copium that the Cowboys are going to, for one, beat the 49ers and then go on to beat the Eagles as well.
Yeah. I sent you a place where you can get a blank a a a, a bracket blank. Why is that a tongue twister?
A blank bracket
Yeah.
because it sounds like blank should go first.
I'll open this with my photo editing software, I guess.
Is it Be Funky by any chance?
No, it's GIMP.
Nice.
GIMP is, for anybody who's interested, GIMP is really good photo editing software. It's completely open source and it's free.
Gotta love free.
Uh, so for example, I would have, let me do this in red or blue, I guess. I'll just go red. I could technically just cut out and copy paste everything where I think it's going to go, but yeah, why don't I just do that? That makes my life easier.
Huh. Is this
Um,
right?
what?
Oh, this can't be right. There's no, so we're supposed to go up to play the Eagles, whoever
That's
wins
what I was
between us?
saying because
No,
there's
that's
never
not
been a
right.
seventh seed.
Yeah, number one seed automatically plays lowest remaining seed in the divisional round. Yeah, so with this,
I think
it's
it's
the
just the
the
way the
Eagles should
bracket.
not be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's why I was confused.
yeah. So this is not a. I mean, it's a good bracket. It works, but
So, like, for example, if the 49ers lose the Seahawks would face the Eagles, correct?
yes,
Okay. And then I don't know how this works, but I'm going to pretend like I do.
I like mine.
Okay. I'm glad you like it. I mean, we can
Wait, why
continue
don't we
talking
just
about
do
other
an empty
stuff.
bracket?
You want just an empty one?
Yeah, can't you just like Google empty bracket?
Well, I can make you an empty bracket like in 5 seconds.
Oh, do that. And
I can just
technically, it would be it'd be a 14 team. I don't know if you can do that.
So I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna blank out all the teams. You know what I mean?
The one that you're using right now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take all the teams off of it. You know what I mean? Because you said you wanted a blank bracket, like no teams, nothing there, right?
Yeah, I have one here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm not printing it for some reason.
You're printing it? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
there we go.
Just
All
send
right,
me the link.
it's on my desktop. I'm gonna send you the link right
I guess
now.
this can be our off-topic thing as we fucking stumble our way into making a bracket
No, I think
and talk about like
there you
other
go.
stuff.
I think everybody loves what's happening here.
What the fuck is this, Lorenzo?
It's an empty bracket, bro. What do you want from me?
Are you doing 14 team? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's 14 teams, 7-7.
Oh, okay. So I guess I just click this.
Yeah, you
Okay.
fucking silly Billy.
I'll click it. I'll save it. Do you here? I'll even do you a favor.
Dude, do
I'll
me
remove the
a favor.
watermark.
Yeah, that would be
um,
preferable.
is it in my downloads? What did it save to?
I don't know. I'm looking for mine too. There it is.
Show in folder. Oh, it just saved it to my thumbnails for some reason. Open with that. Go away. Go away. Sure, import. All right, let me get rid of fucking snapping to grid. Show grid.
Man, this would be really nice if I had a second monitor.
Snap to grid. Yeah, that sucks for you.
Do you have a second monitor?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it
I technically
nice?
have like 3 monitors because I turn my TV into a monitor.
Jesus. Actually, I guess that wouldn't be a bad idea. Just have it mounted to a wall or something.
Yep, that's what I do. If I ever want to um like watch something on my computer, but I don't want to sit at my desk, I could just switch it over my TV to a different HDMI source and throw it up there.
It's not a bad idea.
But I don't really do it all that often. because I normally don't care if I'm sitting at my computer watching something, because I can like eat at my desk if I want to. Oh God.
You good?
Yeah, I just moved everything. Copy, paste. Be able to do that. Yep. Almost. We paste again. There we go. Okay. Are you doing the top as AFC or NFC?
NFC.
NFC. Okay.
God, dude, this fucking sucks.
Top is AFC. Let's go here. Boop, boop. Actually, I can even do one better. I have 3D printer files, all files, assets, pictures. Just do this. FC logo. Sorry, you get to hear me fucking. This is basically what I do every time I'm editing a video for you. I
Mhm.
talk out loud of what I need.
Does it usually work out for you?
Oh yeah, it does. Uh, no, we want that.
It's going really well for me
Attachments.
right now. I'm zooming through now.
Oh, are you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bud.
Let's see. Jazz. Save it. Then we can go into assets.
You know what? You guys that are listening right now are gonna be like, "Fuck!" I really hope they show it on there, so that way we know
We'll get
what
there
they're talking
eventually.
about.
We'll
Because
get
I've
there
been
eventually.
the wait is absolutely gonna be worth it. S-
Uh,
Was Buccaneers two N's or two E's?
it is
Also, was it two C's? I know there's two twos.
Buccaneers.
Ah, it's two C's, the Buccaneers, much
Yeah,
like the infamous cappuccino.
we also get a home game out of this too, so that's another reason why I think we'll kind
Ooh,
of
that's a
knock you down on
good
this.
point.
So let
Cowboys
me
are going to
ask
be playing away every single game.
you, you're doing AFC top or NFC? I'm sorry,
NFC, because N
NFC.
comes before A.
What?
I don't know, in my mind.
Okay,
Well, I care about the AFC or the NFC more, so.
fair. Oh God, what is the image size of this? 158 by 113.
I don't know what that is.
You don't worry about it.
What are you doing over there?
I'm
Are
making the
you
bracket.
are you using the same bracket I am?
Yeah.
Really? It really sounds like you're not. Cause like I know what I'm looking at compared to what you're looking at. I'm like, what the fuck?
Scale. Here.
Also, new sideline speedrunning is out. Go check that out. It's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, you play uh
American Chopper 3, Chop Harder.
American Chapter 2. Uh
Chop Harder.
yeah. Export as
Oh,
bracket.
I'm also color coordinating my stuff, so
Layers as pages, bottom layer, reverse page order. Sure. Whatever you need, champ.
what the fuck?
Where did I save this? Bracket. No.
I just want to say it. Shout out to the Jaguars for getting as far as they did. Nobody
Where
had
did
faith
it
in you,
save
including the
this? Why
entire
is it
state of Florida,
saving
but
it
here
to
we are.
there? Oh my god. Did you see the dude who did the national anthem in the beginning?
No, what?
Yeah, look up Jaguars versus whoever they played. The
Whoever they played.
opening national anthem. If Florida was a person, that's what it would look like.
Oh my god, I gotta see this shit. I'm surprised it wasn't all over Twitter.
It probably was.
Yeah, it probably just wasn't there. What is it? The
They
uh
play
Jaguars. What do you call that? The opening ceremony, the Colt song.
What? The
Pledge of
national
Allegiance. There.
anthem?
Yeah, that national anthem. Guitar.
Yeah.
Sporting a mullet. The story
Yeah.
of Paul Wayne, who shredded the Jaguars Titans anthem. Fuck yeah. I love this guy. Shades on, flavor saver with a goatee. Baller. Oh, this guy, this they really got a guy who looked like he jobbed to Arn Anderson on a 1995 episode of WCW Saturday Night to shred the national anthem. The Jacksonville Jaguars are truly America's team. You know what? After listening, seeing that,
Doesn't he look like
uh,
if Florida was a person, that would be him?
absolutely, he still hangs out at the 7-Eleven asking if kids want to buy beer. The kids don't ask him; he asks the kids.
Where
He's
is
like, "Yeah." And
this?
then, does your dad have a guitar by any chance?
Yeah. You know, I keep saving this file and I keep forgetting where I place it and what I've named it.
What do you mean you keep saving? Also, I
I
want the fucking Chiefs to lose
Oh yeah,
because
so do I.
I it's not that I hate the Chiefs. I hate your fan base. And if you're like the Chiefs fan base isn't that bad, you're part of the problem. And I want you to know it.
I just don't
Also, I
want Chiefs.
hate yeah, it's the same.
Also, take your if we do face the Chiefs again, get ready for a second fucking L.
What are you talking about?
We beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Man, that was like 40 years ago.
Yeah, in Tom Brady
Yeah.
terms, it was 40 years ago.
Yeah. Well, a lot happened to him really fast. So
Here you go. Um, I have so many fucking tabs open. It's killing me.
dude, you're gonna fucking run out of RAM. Slow it
Um,
down.
Here, if you want, you can use
Oh,
this. Oh, it's gonna take 30 years for it to process. Oh no, it's not.
what is it?
I sent it to you on Discord.
So you mean to say that I've been working on this bracket for no reason?
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Dude, you should have told me, bro. Where were you?
You can literally just copy and paste what you have over to this.
It's not the same. Can't you just like add? Oh, you can read aloud.
Now I gotta know what I'm looking at.
Oh my god, it's reading to me.
Yeah, and
And
it can do that.
it didn't read anything that I wanted. Oh, there's voice options. Looks like you can you not copy paste? Control V. Okay.
Well, it's just an image.
Yeah, can't you
Um,
just copy paste an image?
you can. I would download it though.
Can I just write in the top right NFC?
If you want. I went through all
Oh
this.
no. I got it. I got it.
I got rid of the watermark and I got the logos.
Here, I'll get rid of my watermark on my side. Hold up.
Uh,
There we go.
I would like to know how you're doing this
Oh, you're gonna fucking hate it.
because it's kind of they have it laid out the same fucking exact way as the one on the website.
I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
bracket.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
no.
Well, when you look at the bracket,
Your bracket, the one you just sent?
it's the one that it's the same one that you're using. It's just I took rid of the watermark and put the NFC and AFC logo on it. It's the same
Oh,
one.
so the one you just sent.
Yeah.
No, here, I'll send you mine. You're gonna love it.
Am I though?
Oh, no, you're not. But give me a second to show you why. Oh, and I can't wait for you guys to see this. You'll love it. How do I get back to okay. See new upload. Not those guys. Those guys are losers. That one. There we go. Yeah, there it is. All right, I just shared it to you.
On what?
The usual way.
Oh my god. What the
I
fuck
don't
is
know
this
how else to do
bracket?
it. Oh, it's so good, dude.
No, I'm just trying to actually like make it, and I'm just like, how do I fill this out? So I guess I'll just look at yours.
What do you mean? How do you fill it out?
Where do I put the names on the tops or the bottoms? And I just like,
Oh,
oh,
I did
okay.
above the lines every time. You'll
Yeah.
see it.
I hate you so much.
Oh, it is so good, right?
It is really bad.
Oh, it's
Also, you're
amazing.
huffing a lot of copium there,
Oh,
buddy.
absolutely. Here, actually need to. I need to open it back up. Let's see. Draw.
I'm just getting the teams on there right now.
Gee, really, man? You can't.
I had to make the goddamn bracket. I wanted to look nice when I showed it to people. And we get to
Oh,
use
dude,
it for we're going to be using it for a couple of weeks, so
no. This is what you need. Trust me.
also I'm not spelling out Buccaneers the full way.
What do you mean? You just gonna put bucks?
Yeah, you know how long that is? And I'm trying to make everything like large so it could be readable.
Hmm. I don't know
I
what you're
wanted to
talking about.
look nice.
Oh well, yours can look nice. Oh, how do you undo? Fuck.
Control Z.
Oh yeah, that's right. Not on this, it ain't.
What the fuck are you doing then?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll just erase it. It's fine.
You made me close my other bracket tab. I have too many tabs open.
What are you doing, man?
Fucking making a bracket, bro. Oh, now it just opened CBS's logo on my screen. Thanks.
Oh, dude, you're welcome.
All right. And then it goes Giants 6. Okay. And you know what? I'll post the link to mine so you can literally want to make one at home. Do it yourself.
Oh, it's super easy. Just log on to your PDF thing that your computer has and then just draw. You don't even have to make a bracket.
You're a monster.
There we go. Let's see. I gotta go back in here, drive. Are you fixing it right now?
What, yours?
You're not gonna fix mine, are you?
No. I'm
Okay,
not
good.
putting in that work. I'll make mine look nice.
Okay. All right, hold up. I gotta upload my new one now. And then I'll send it to you. It's gonna be it's gonna be again in the thingy, the email. I like our little chats.
Do you?
A whole hell of a lot more than you do.
Okay, so we got them. Bigger. Minnesota's purple.
Oh wow, you're doing like a whole thing.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm making it look nice.
I did blue for NFC and red for AFC.
That's why I kind of got the logos on separate sides so you know.
Oh, at that point, just copy and paste logos. You don't even have to write down stuff.
Yeah, you know I could. I have all the helmets. I could technically do that, but some of them are white with just the logo on it.
I don't know what you want from me.
I want you to listen every once in a while. So while I'm making my fancy ass bracket, is there anything else
Yeah.
you want to talk about? And then I'll show them at
Oh,
the end of the podcast.
yeah, that works. So I've been playing The Long Dark.
The Long Dark. What is that about? I've never heard of it.
So it's supposed to be like it's like a natural or nature it's a first person survival game. And it's supposed to be like you against the elements, but it's not like super realistic. It's decently realistic, but it's the usual kind of like, don't eat the wrong things. You can kill a rabbit with a rock if you throw it hard enough because you're just fucking Tom Brady.
Second is that like the is that like a sequel to like was that game Survivor or something like that?
I have no idea. This one was released in 2014.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Essentially, like the apocalypse happened, but not in a bad way. It was like a natural apocalypse. You know how like
Hmm.
everybody's saying like, "Oh, the solar flares will eventually knock out all technology."
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially that happened. So we are like a bush pilot in like Alaska or some shit, or Canada, whatever the fuck. And the EMP happens while we're flying some chick, and we go down and we're like in this remote town that once upon a time, like, shit was already going south. The geopolitical landscape was all fucked, wars were happening, so all that shit's happening, all that shit's going on, right? So this town is, nobody gives a shit about this town. It's wartime. Things are tough. Nobody's gonna give a shit about a town of 50 people that's 300 miles from the middle of nowhere, and you end up crashing in that town. There's like two or three people, and that's like the whole shit. You survive. You get. It's not super realistic, like I said. Like, you don't go and like punch trees to get, or you don't like strip trees of bark. Actually, I don't know if you can. I never tried. Um, you don't go to the leaves and try and roll them up and boil them in, or not boil them, but like try and get like rope out of trees and twine and shit like that. Um, like, you melt snow, and like I said, you just whatever. But it's like a cutesy little. It's a survival game, but not too heavy on the survival part. There's a story going on with it. You're trying to find the chick that went with you. Uh, and yeah, but it's super cool. Right now, like I said, I've just been playing for a couple hours while I'm in between fixing a hole in my goddamn wall because one of my pipes exploded. That's what they say, but I think it's just shitty pipes because the people that we use fucking suck, and I'm not gonna say their name because, for one, I don't want our massive influence to bankrupt them, and two, I don't want them to get any free promotion. So, anyways, one of the fittings, which if you ever seen pipes, they usually come straight or they go in like an L or like a 90-degree bend. The little L that you attach the pipe to pipe, and either it must have froze because the pipe just had too much pressure and it started cracking at one end. But it makes no sense because where it cracked compared to like everywhere else where it was way colder, like, it doesn't make any sense that it cracked there before it cracked at the actual cold part. So my father-in-law, thank God for him, handyman, knows it all, came through, turned the water off, redid all the piping, like a good 3-4 feet of it, ran all new shit. But he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna put the drywall back in because I don't like doing that shit. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
But shout out to him. It was a good size leak, man. So it was shooting out. It was like literally where the water comes into the house. So it's just shooting all up on our shit.
Did anything
And
get ruined?
no, nothing. Well, I guess one thing got ruined. It's the thing that we have above the bathroom or the above the toilet. You know how like people have those like wooden, like $40 things that you put like the toilet paper in and the
But yeah.
yeah, that the it was like 40-50 bucks. It's not that big a deal. Uh, Shout out to my in-laws though. They it got into our closet and it ended up making all of that shit wet. So they were like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." They washed everything, dude. Shoes, clothes, dresses, dress shirts, like, and they cleaned it all up. They squeegeed it up. They vacuumed all the water that was sitting other places that like wouldn't go to like the main floor drain, like all that shit. So I really do appreciate them. But it
Yeah.
was oof. So all day I've been trying to get this drywall hole fixed. And it's not that I don't know how, but I don't have the right tools. So I'm sitting there with a fucking razor blade knife, just trying to make sure the edges are as nice as they can be before I go in and then start taping and mudding.
Um, shit sucks.
Yeah, but you know what doesn't suck? Shelby got a vacuum sealer. Have you ever fucked with those?
Yeah, I have one.
Oh, do you? Okay, so which one do you have?
I don't remember the name of it on top of my head.
Is it the Food Saver one? I think
I
it's like
think
a
it is
brand name.
Food Saver.
Okay. Well, do you know how you're supposed to just put the meat unless you use like the little thingy so you can marinate it?
What?
Okay, so we might not have the same model, but Shelby
Well,
bought one.
you were very nondescript of what you're.
That's fair. So there's, how you can like you suck air out of shit so that way you can put it in and it lasts longer.
Yes.
Uh But have you seen the one where they have like the little containers and you can suck the air out of those
Yes, I
and
mine
then
can do that as
okay,
well.
yeah, so it can marinate, like that kind of shit.
I mean, you can marinate in the bag. That's kind of another thing you can do. That's why I got confused.
Well, the issue you can't
What do you mean
unless
you
well, I
can't
guess we
marinate
haven't
in a
figured it out
bag?
yet.
You
But
throw
when we
your stuff
put
that you want to marinate in there.
yeah, but don't you have a problem with it sucking in?
Yeah, it's supposed to do that.
It's supposed to suck in the water and all the bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna suck in a little bit. It's not sucking it all out of there.
Right, but that was the issue we had originally. So Shelby just used teriyaki sauce because we're like, we'll just put teriyaki with chicken, marinate it
Hmm.
in teriyaki, whatever. Well, we did it, and then I guess she put in too much teriyaki sauce.
Yeah, you got to be careful with doing that. That is another thing. You can
Yeah. So
overfill it.
originally I thought she had fucked it up. And well, we both thought. We're like, oh no, we fucked it up, blah blah blah. So today I had to actually take it apart and I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened. The teriyaki like gunked it up despite it being like a really loose liquid. So I had to get in there and like flush the hoses out, which I mean they're only like 4-inch hoses. You just pop them off and then run them through some water. And like one of them, like I said, was gunked up, so I just put it to my mouth and just like a spitball just and it turns out that it sucked so much shit in that oh wow, you really went all out. Numbers and everything. I like mine.
Uh, but I haven't like made it yet.
Yeah. But yeah, so she put in too much teriyaki sauce, so it sucked too much in, and it got like the shit around it too wet, and like the suction fucked up. So now every time we have to suction, we have to like press down on it a little bit, so that way it actually suctions and it's not just sucking around it. You know what I mean? Like the seal, the gasket is like it's not fucked up, but since it's still like we've taken it out, we've cleaned it, we've done everything. We let it air dry for like a day and then used it again, but for whatever reason we still can't get that seal down unless we press on it a little bit. Yeah, but honestly right now fucking love that thing. It is awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're really good if you want to sous vide something too. You
What is
vacuum seal
that?
it. Sous videing is basically like cooking something
Cooking
in
in
warm
water?
water. Yeah, for an extended period
Ah,
about of time.
so boiling but without it touching the
No, you're not
water.
boiling. You're not hot enough to boil it.
Oh, so what do you put it at? Like a buck 50, buck
Yeah,
65?
like 100, 125, 150 at the
Why would you
most.
do that? To keep it tender, I guess?
Yeah,
Like
it keeps it
really
super
slow cold
tender,
it?
and it's also a thorough cook. Like if
I
you
guess yeah.
like it's really good for if you want to do steaks. You sous vide a
Ooh.
steak and then you like sear it real quick. Get like a nice crust real quick, like on a grill or really like jumbo hot like cast iron. You just
Ooh,
go
I have one of those. So like
and then you
after you
pull it.
sous vide it,
Mm-hmm. You like
so
throw the
from
butter, like all the like
yeah,
the stuff that you're gonna use like as a
garlic,
topping. Yeah, that
chives,
all goes into the bag.
parsley.
And then you sous vide it, and then you like quick with more like butter in a pan, just quick sear it.
Fuck, that sounds delicious.
It is, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, me
Shelby
too.
put a roast on, but she put it on like 3 hours ago, so I'm
Let's
just
see.
dying.
So, for example, if my bracket, if I have the 49ers beat out the Seahawks and the Giants beat out the Vikings, and I beat out you, the Giants would play the Eagles, correct? Or the Seahawks. Yeah, the
That
Giants would
is
play
the
the
if
Giants would play the
yes.
Eagles. Okay.
Yeah. So I yeah, on my bracket I put the Giants and the Vikings up top. Or no,
Okay.
the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Yeah, I didn't
No,
do
no, no, I'm
that.
sorry. The Giants Vikings.
I just
That's what I
copied
put.
the
But with
bracket
yeah.
from the layout from
Yeah.
what
I
you
mean, it
call it.
don't matter. Like people will figure it out. They'll know what's going on.
Okay. So now to
And if
fix
you
this
don't, just
out.
comment below and then join the Discord and then just message me and I'd be more than happy to explain it to you. Preferably not at 3 a.m. though.
Just do
With that
copy,
being said, it's 3 a.m.
paste. Do you know where your
Eat a
kids
Krabby
are?
Patty. That too. At that point, that fucking that ad is 6 hours way too late. Oh, anyways, in the long dark, so you first start out, you go to like a cabin. There's like an old lady named the Gray Mother. She sounds supernatural. She's not. She's just blind. Has a gun, and her hearing has just gone daredevil. So and her house is old as shit, so she hears you creaking around. But she has a gun, and I'm waiting for her to die so I can take her gun. I don't know if she does or not, but I've been purposely like not feeding her. So, well, you can't not feed her or feed her, but I took a while um to put food in her fridge so that way she could eat.
Elder abuse.
She ain't my elder.
That's true. Giants beat out Vikings.
Still figuring it out, huh?
Well, no, now I'm just copying and pasting because now that I have it, I can just literally like duplicate it and then just move it.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see if we have the same. I mean, I guarantee you we don't have the same.
No, we don't. I can
Because
tell you
I
that
yeah, because you have the
immediately.
Bucks beating Dallas for whatever reason.
What do you mean? You guys are trash.
Kellen Moore was just like, no, we're gonna leave. We're gonna pretend to limp into to the. We're gonna pretend to limp into the playoffs, and then we're gonna fucking grip it, rip it, and spit it. Like it's gonna be wild.
Seahawks beat the 49ers beat the Seahawks. Like Giants beat up Vikings, Bucks beat up Dallas. Okay, I have that right. Ooh, do I huff the copium? I do.
Oh, I mean, Tom
I have
Brady.
I have to.
Yeah, Tom Brady in playoffs is a different kind of man, though. Like, if you think he eats, sleeps, and breathes football during the season, he is fucking it, taking it to dinner, sharing his deepest, darkest fears. Like, the man is all about football when
The
this comes up.
Eagles are gonna beat the Giants.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know, man.
The
Jalen
Giants play
Hurts.
tough, but
Yeah, they do. But I do think the Eagles are gonna beat them. As
yeah,
much
I
as I don't want
think,
them to.
yeah, I hate the Eagles, but just because they're in our division. And it's been a number of times that they've ruined our chances in like the postseason or like right before we go into postseason.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I so here's some bonus content for you guys. Shelby and I have been playing. I keep wanting to call it Thor Ragnarok because Shelby keeps calling it that, but God of War Ragnarok, and we're getting to some pretty key points in it. On our playthrough, we're not actually 100%ing it, but we're getting really close. Like every world is 90% plus. Honestly, it's just going back and going, oh, what's the last lore? Where's the last Raven or things like that. Where's the last legendary chest? Shit that it doesn't matter whatsoever. Uh, I don't know if you get anything for 100% again. I'm sure you do. There's a number of guides at this point. It's been out for like 2.5 months. But yeah, so Shelby and I have been playing it, and I'll be playing it on stream here soon. Don't know when, don't know how. I might not even pick it back up, but we'll see. It depends on what you guys want to see. If you guys want to watch it, check it out, twitch.tv/cheesepeas. But if not, no big deal. Like I said, I got a number of games that I'm wanting to get into. I've now refound my passion for games. So, I mean, once upon a time, I would never, even after I stopped playing here on stream, I would go
Sorry.
to my own thing. You're good. And then I would never play offline because I was always scared that I was wasting content. But now I'm like playing offline, like fuck it, who cares? Let's just have a good time.
What were
So
you talking? I left because I had to go do something real quick. What were you talking about?
yeah, I was talking about how Shelby and I are playing God of War Ragnarok, and I've recently refound my love for video games.
Yeah, God of War would do that to you, especially the newer one, from what I gathered.
Yeah, and honestly, it's because of Shelby. She's like, "Let's play, let's play, let's play," and don't get me wrong, I'm not playing. I'm just like Shelby gets lost easily. You didn't see it, but I like did the John Cena thing. Like the you can't see me. So I just look up real quick and I'm like, okay, go up and to the left, like whatever. Because she doesn't care about the level design. She doesn't look and see what's going on. She's just like kill, kill, kill. Her bloodlust knows no bounds. So I just kind of see what she's all doing, and then I'm like, okay, take a up left, and then I help her with some of the puzzles. But it's just good, merry time.
How Jacksonville is rated higher than the Chargers. I don't know.
They won their division.
That's awesome.
The AFC South well, the South on both
Did I
sides.
have them winning over originally? Because I might rethink that.
You had them winning the over the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't remember if
I
I
mean,
did.
it's not the most like holy shit thing.
I think I did. I'm trying to find my coin toss paper
Jesus,
because I wrote it in my book, which was a mistake.
you
Because now
silly
I gotta find
sausage.
it in like a page. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. No, there we go. I found it.
Just trying to find some hay and a needle stack.
I do. Do I reconsider that statement? I don't think so.
What are you on about right now?
Remember when we were going through like who we think are gonna win?
Yeah.
Chargers versus Jags. I said Jags, and the
Did you
coin
really?
says yeah, I do. Because that's when I said I think all Florida teams being in the playoffs would be funny for a meme, and then immediately backtracked that when I saw the Dolphins facing the Bills.
But they could pull it out. I don't know if Tua's going to be playing, but like I said, the Bills have a. It's not it's a weak defense, but it's definitely not a Super Bowl defense, and that's where they're going to suffer. They need to keep their offense rolling, and if they don't, even one or two drives, it'll be the difference for sure. Because every single time, the other team is definitely going to get, if nothing else, a field goal. So they have to they also have to put up something every single time.
Yeah. And I think the Chiefs are definitely going to beat over the Jags. So do that there. And I believe the Bills will beat over the Bengals.
Yeah. I'm with you. I smell what you're stepping in. Is that who
So,
that's who's going to the end for you, Bills?
well, no, I just need another layer because
Oh,
I had forgotten to put somebody somewhere in a corner, and I just needed to duplicate it real quick. And
okay.
then,
Yeah, mine took all of 5 seconds because I'm
well, you
using just a
rooted out.
PDF thing.
I wanted it to look nice,
Well, that too.
and I
But
do think the Bills will beat out the Chiefs here.
yes, absolutely.
That's a really big game, no matter what.
Oh, you have the Bills and Chiefs going into the Super Bowl, or not going into the Super Bowl, but going the
For the
game before
division.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have the Chiefs and the Bengals. That's interesting.
Or as bracket final. I'll send it to you, and then I'll put them. I know we kind of talked about bracketing for a while. I might cut some of it out, cut some of it down when I edit it.
Yeah, I would just put whatever's funny.
But so like 2 seconds of it.
Just about, yeah. Just put the end. Just be like, yeah, we should make our own brackets, and then be like, oh, and then like 3, 2, 1, and
We'll
here's
ha-
my bracket.
we'll see whose they think looks nicer.
Yeah, we'll have a we'll have a whole thing.
So there you go. I put mine on Discord.
Oh, okay, I see it. Looks good.
I want to compare ours together here.
I think I can.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Yeah, like the arrows kind
What?
of like they threw me for a loop there for a second. So
Hmm,
you have the Giants going to the Eagles too.
yeah,
And then you have yourself going against the 49ers and you're huffing so much copium. I mean, I am too,
yeah.
to be fair.
I really think it's gonna be a 49. Like truly, in my heart of hearts, I think it's gonna be a 49ers Bengals uh
I don't
Super
think
Bowl.
so.
Really?
I think it's gonna be an Eagles. And if I had to take out my if I had to give up if I'm speaking objectively here, like I don't care about the NFL like teams wise. I just care about numbers and what I think
Oh,
looks best.
yeah. You're gonna have to throw out a fucking ace right returnee objectively.
I think it would be a 49ers Bills game.
Okay, 49ers Bills, 49ers Bengals. Okay, that's not too far out of the realm of possibilities. All three very top teams.
We beat the 49ers early in the season.
Yeah, but well, you got to also remember that Purdy kid, whatever his name
That Purdy
is
kid, and
one.
then they got Christian McCaffrey.
Yes, and he is gonna tear us up in that run game.
But I think that Brock Purdy thing was a one and done thing. I really
You
do.
think you think he's on the decline?
Well, I think he's just a kid and he's over his head.
Yeah. But he is gonna be going against a battered
Playoff
defense.
playoff game is way different than normal season game.
Yeah, there's so much more,
Let's see, for your bottom one, you have the
so much
Chiefs.
faster.
Yeah,
Everybody's playing their best. Every game is gonna be a win or go home. It's not like there's the next week.
for the most part, we're kind of on the same page, minus the Bengals and Bills. I mean, but again, that's like a 50-50.
Yeah.
It could go either or way. Yeah, the Chiefs, except for the Bengals. You really think the Bengals could beat over the Chiefs?
Not really, but I hate the Chiefs.
Yeah, me too. But
I
that's not.
just
I don't know the Bengals are good enough. I mean, they're good enough. They really are. But they
yeah.
also have some stream like luck. I mean, you can go with luck. You have to make your own luck too. You have to be working hard to get lucky.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, man, isn't he? You know he's younger than us, right?
Oh, he's
Or
like
he's about this.
24 or some shit.
When I found that out, I was really upsetty spaghetti. I was like, "What the fuck, man?" He's
Well,
27. Okay, he's like our same
oh,
age.
still though. What are we gonna do in the next year?
But even then, he's playing like that at 27. How many more years do you think he has it playing at the level that he does? Do you think
At
he's
the
like
level
another
he
Like
does,
Tom Brady, where he can keep going into his 40s, or are you
no.
thinking he's like more of like a T.J.
I'm
Watt retiring in his like mid 30s?
I think he's a mid 30s guy. He's gonna find success for the next 4 to 5 years, and but eventually the diminished returns is what's gonna get to him.
You think he's gonna be part of the Chiefs the entire time?
That I don't know. I think he's gonna run with the Chiefs, like I said, for probably about 3 or 4 years, and then his last 2 years, like I said, he's still gonna find success, but he's gonna be going to a
Be
different team.
like a like a small journeyman for like a couple years.
Yeah, but a journeyman that you want to have, like
Yeah.
he's gonna be too expensive, so eventually they're gonna cut him,
Hmm.
and he's gonna go to a team that has decent, but they just need a quarterback. So like it would be like if he was going to somebody this year, I guess it'd be the Titans or the Falcons. What's the other one that they've been having issues at quarterback? Commanders would be amazing for him.
That's down the line, so we don't really know what we're talking about. Let's think about like
Yeah, that's
who
true. 5, 6 years later, who knows how it's
another
gonna
good
be?
somebody who would be good for this is Lamar. Like because like we said, his contract is up with the Ravens after this year.
Yeah, but you got to pay him.
If
Got to pay him.
they pay him, let's pretend that they don't pay him. Where do you think he would go?
But that's the question. Where could he go?
I think Tampa's an option if Tom Brady doesn't stick with us, which he could retire, go to another team. I think he served his place well here. But we need to
Yeah,
start moving past Tom Brady.
yeah,
I think Lamar Jackson could make a good fit for Tampa. Um,
yeah,
again, Commanders is a good fit for him.
yeah. Oh, I think he'd do amazing. I mean, he'd end up being like the RG3 that should have been
He
that
could go
running quarterback. That's like, I mean, he's a Michael Vick prototype. Like, I don't know how they did it. Michael Vick came out,
San
knocked it out the park.
Francisco's an option if Purdy's not
Yeah.
it.
Well, Garoppolo eventually would come back, but even then,
Well,
Jimmy Garoppolo is old.
Garoppolo was only playing because their first starter got injured.
No, no, no. Yeah, Garoppolo got hurt.
No,
Yeah, Jimmy G. Jimmy
Jimmy
Garoppolo got
G
hurt, and that's why
wasn't
Purdy's
starting
in.
begin the year. No,
Really?
no,
Oh shit! There's no way. Who
yeah,
was their starter?
I don't remember.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because the only reason like Jimmy G came in is because their starter got injured in like week like 2 or 3, I want to say.
Let's see. There's no way it was Josh Johnson.
Like who did they use against the Commanders? Sam Howell.
Sam Howell.
Oh no, never mind. Well, I'm looking at the wrong game. I don't know how I got to that. Um, okay, they said Chiefs Commanders, not 49ers. 49ers Vikings. Oh, it was Brock Purdy. Okay. And Nate Studfield. I don't know if it was Nate or the other guy.
Yeah, because I think he's been the starter for 49ers since like he left the Patriots way back
Stats
when.
data is temporarily unavailable. Brock Purdy, Trey Lance. No, I think it was Trey Lance. I could be
Trey
wrong.
Lance.
I think it was him. 'Cause I haven't heard of this Brock Purdy because I thought his first game was against like Tom Brady, but I was obviously wrong.
Yeah, Brock
That was
Purdy came out
recent.
when Garoppolo got hurt.
No, they started Trey Lance because game
Oh, you're talking about like? Are you
week
okay?
one they played the Bears and lost, and that was Trey Lance. Week two they
Shit.
played
Yeah,
the
you're
Seahawks,
right.
and it was they played Jimmy Garoppolo because Trey Lance got injured, and then week three it was Broncos and 49ers. It was Jimmy Garoppolo. So he was Trey Lance. That's who it was. And they played Garoppolo until he got injured, and now it was Brock Purdy.
I guess that makes sense. I guess yeah, Garoppolo was just like kind of like Geno Smith, where he's just old. He's been in the league for a while, so he knows it. And then he's taken this very good
Like
49ers team even
Jimmy
farther.
G is a good quarterback. He's kind of
Yeah,
slept on. 49ers fans, I'm sorry.
yeah,
You haven't gotten your due time, especially with the game against the Chargers, the Rams and the 49ers a couple of years ago.
yeah. Well, he's been sitting with the 49ers for a bit before,
Yeah,
yeah, because originally he was with the
but
Patriots, but I
every
think
time
he was just a backup there.
but LA was stacked that year. There's really nothing the 49ers could have done.
Yeah.
Um, if they want to pay to get Lamar, that's an option. And let Purdy sit for another year, but they don't really have to. They can let him go right now. They could probably put Purdy in next year, and they would be okay.
Yeah, I mean, you got to let him
Um,
grow into his own, I guess.
if the Lions really wanted to, I don't see it happening, but they could.
Yeah. Who's with the Lions right now? Sam Darnold? No, I
It's
think that's
what's his nuts? Former LA dude.
oh my god. Baker Mayfield. With the Rams?
Yeah, Ram. No, I'm
No.
talking the Lions. It's Jared
Yeah, the
Goff.
Lions. Jared Goff. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that guy. I mean,
I don't think they could. I don't think Lamar would accept it though.
no, I don't think so.
Mm,
Because what do they have? You know, Lamar wants to win. He knows as a running quarterback that his career will be cut short eventually.
mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to go with the hot hand here.
Falcons is an option.
I mean, yeah, Falcons have a decent enough run game. They're or the decent enough run game, and their defense is decent enough to keep. If you have something high powered like Lamar Jackson, I think you can win more games than not. I don't think you would ever have like a great season, but I'm definitely only seeing
Packers
like an
are it.
11-6 type
I
of
don't think
thing.
I don't think the Packers are it. I don't think the Raiders are it. I don't see the Seahawks doing it.
Well, and
Yeah,
again, he's got this
if I
knee
had to put it
injury.
if I have to put it to three teams that would pick him up and probably could make use of him like tomorrow if we were still in like normal season, I'd go Commanders.
Yes.
I'd go Yeah, it'd probably be Commanders. Ooh, that's tough. See, I'm stuck between like us. I would say us is last, right? Buccaneers number three,
Yeah.
right? Because we can still, if Tom Brady stays, we'll be okay. If we can get,
If
I'm
he'll
also
stay.
okay. I'm also okay with what's his our preseason dude coming up and taking over because I liked what I saw in the preseason.
Yeah.
But as for the second, me, I don't know. That's tough
Hmm.
because everything points it to being Sean McVay's last year with the Rams.
Yeah, especially after this year.
He doesn't want to do another rebuild.
No.
Ooh, maybe the Browns, but the Browns have been notoriously bad.
Yeah.
Maybe the Panthers.
Maybe, but they do have Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's a decent quarterback. He just needs the right. circumstances.
Yeah, but Lamar will land somewhere, and I'm sure they'll make really good use of him if
Oh
he
yeah.
doesn't stick with the
Like I said,
Ravens.
I
But
think the Commanders, I think the Colts would do really well here.
yeah, but the Colts also don't have anything else to back him up with.
No, they have their tenacity. They play hard for the first
Five
like
minutes of football.
essentially, and then the other 30 minutes are kind of fucked. The Jets did all right. They could have taken them. The Giants, everybody wants to keep giving Daniel Jones shit because he looks like some, you know,
I think Dane.
fucking Kentucky kid.
I think they could stick with Daniel Jones
Yeah.
if he just needs like he was thrown in there as a rookie.
Yeah.
Maybe not even like a first or second year. Like maybe he got drafted and then next year was put on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. You see what Daniel Jones is capable of next year, but you
And I
also don't
think
want to give up
he's
an
yeah.
opportunity like that. But you also
Yeah.
don't want to give up the money that you wasted. I wouldn't say wasted, but put into Daniel Jones.
Right. I think it's one of those that kind of the fallacy of investment.
But
You know, you put too much in, it has
sunk
to work
cost
out.
fallacy, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
But
But
with
no, no,
Daniel
no.
Jones, even though it's a weird season, the Giants still making it to the playoffs with Daniel Jones as young as he is. That's pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, they need to keep working on him. He's a very late bloomer.
And if they take on the Vikings and win, which I think they will, it's a good idea to keep him around.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the deciding factor for him for sure.
Even if they don't make it any further into the playoffs, I think if he could overtake the Vikings, it'd be a good show of his skill
Yeah,
and the
because I mean
team's
he's young.
skill.
He's 25. He's got
Yeah,
at least another 7 years in the league. He's not the greatest looking guy, but
no, but he's good.
he's yeah
And when he starts trucking, he's not stopping.
right.
Oh,
And
did you see the
yeah,
Giants backup QB against the
Dobbs no
against the Eagles,
no what do
where
he
he
do?
ran over the Eagles player into the end zone? It was great. Davis Webb, I think his name was.
Is that the guy he ran over?
Yeah, it was like one of their like backup QBs. He just ran over some guy into the end zone.
Let's see, 2 days ago against the Browns. Is that right?
Giants and Eagles.
Giants and Eagles. Okay, that's definitely not it. Yeah, because he hasn't played for the Browns in not that long, but still, that was 2 days ago. Who the fuck did that? What? Let's see, 13-7 lead over Jaguars at halftime. That's
Yeah, Davis Webb.
wait. Okay, what game? What teams?
Giants and Eagles. They just played.
Giants. I don't know why the fuck.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what you're
was
thinking.
thinking
Here,
Tennessee Titans.
I'm gonna send you the link. Here you go.
Please do, because I, for whatever reason,
I
quarterback
mean,
David. Oh, because they were playing their backup. Well, yeah, I
yeah,
mean they already made it.
he didn't
Oh
need to do it
wow.
to him, but he did.
Yeah, well, you're a fucking backup. You might as well get into it.
Yeah, show him what you got.
Yeah, and honestly, for real, I really think that the Eagles' defense is shit. I think that the offense has played so well that they've demoralized everything and they've taken enough time off the clock that an offense can't get anything going. The defense only has to sit out there for 15, 20 minutes. And that's where they've been doing well in a non-heavy run
That's what I said. If we can
type of
overcome,
defense.
if we can somehow, we'll beat you, no problem. If we can overcome the 49ers and take it to the Eagles, I really do think we have a chance.
Yeah,
But
that's the team to beat, the 49ers.
the 49ers scare me, not so much as the
Yes.
Eagles. And then even if we don't fucking win the Super Bowl, I'll still be fucking happy just to get back there again.
Just to get back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. You know, if and here's my thought process behind it. You let Brady win another Super Bowl, right? And
Yeah.
don't let him win, but he wins another one. Now he's really retired. You never had to deal with him again.
You know what? That's true. We might
But
just let
if
him
but
win just
but
to fucking get rid of his
if
head.
you keep that over his head, like, ah, man, I can go for another one. He's gonna stay. He has nothing to
Yeah,
lose now.
absolutely not.
He's
He has
forgone
no
the
distractions.
shackles. He's forgone the
Oh,
shackles of
of
humanity.
marriage and fatherhood. Yeah,
He's just Mr. Football.
yeah. I've never heard Tom Brady speak. I
You
hope
never heard him
he's.
speak?
I don't think I've ever heard him like be in an actual
There
like
was a
post game
really
conference.
there was a really good documentary the NFL put out.
Hmm.
It has nothing to really do with Tom. I mean, it does have stuff to do with Tom Brady, but it really doesn't. Um, remember Super Bowl when they beat the Eagles? Not the Eagles, the Falcons from that big comeback.
Oh my god, yeah, that was like
So
2014, 15, I
I
think,
think
or
so.
12.
And somebody had stolen Tom Brady's jersey.
Oh
Like,
shit.
yeah, like somebody had stolen his jersey, right? And he wanted to keep it.
Yeah,
And so they're like, "Oh, Tom Brady's jersey's been stolen," and that was pretty much it that I've heard. Like I heard about it
yeah.
until I watched this documentary, and I didn't realize how big it become. YouTube.
So somebody
Oh,
stole it or somebody
yeah.
just
I'm not
took
gonna.
it?
No, somebody stole it. Like I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna like tell you how what happened because it's a really interesting story.
I'm gonna tell you right
Um,
now, I'm not gonna watch it. But for the people that
it's
will
not.
watch it,
It's not that long. It really isn't.
is it longer than 10 minutes?
It is. Where is the documentary? I watched it on YouTube like 2 times. Oh yeah. No, that's not it. Missing Jersey documentary.
I don't know.
Where the fuck is it? Anyways, I'll find it to you and send it to you later because it's actually a really interesting story. I think it's only like a 40-minute thing
Oh, okay.
at the hour at maybe the most.
Do you know about this guy? You know how we do like our shit where we talk or whatever. Do you know about this guy, Colin Cowherd?
No.
He is he's an asshole.
Oh yeah.
Uh and his whole thing is just it like you know how like Fox News will come out and just say some real inflammatory shit
They're
and then
just
leave.
wild. Hmm.
Yeah, he'll do the same thing where he's like there's some merit to it so he can argue the right thing because he's smart enough not to argue the wrong thing,
Hmm.
but he'll say something controversial and then let you bite on it, and he just keep letting you bite and bite and bite until he yanks you back. And he is I fucking hate that guy. I was listening to him. Not as much as I hate Stephen A. Smith. I'm not gonna call him Steven. Fuck you. Uh I don't like Stephen. He just yells, he screams. Nothing that he says is important to me whatsoever. Unless he's by himself. When he's by himself doing it, I'll listen to him. But being on uh in a thing, or what do you call it? Being in a group, like you know how they do like the 4-person, 5-person setups. That's where he just like wants to get his point across and try and make jokes, but it's like, no, you're not that funny, bro.
The movie's called The Great Brady Heist. I don't like the
The
title.
Great Brady Heist.
Hey, it's free
Who
on.
came up with that?
I don't know.
A child? Oh, he's Brown. We'll call him
Hey, it's
Brownie.
on Tubi. It's free.
Oh, dude, I don't have that.
Tubi. It's really cool. There's like older TV
That's
shows on there,
isn't it
some
like
older movies.
NBC's older like thing? Their streaming network?
Uh, I don't know who owns
No,
Tubi.
that's Peacock. I'm thinking about Peacock.
Yeah,
But no, I know. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. They have like a channel that's just set up straight to ridiculousness, and that's my favorite.
yeah. They have some older TV shows on there, movies. They had like all the John Wicks on there.
The Who?
John
John
Wick.
Wick?
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a really good streaming service. I mean, for some things, not for others. I
Yeah.
mean, it has ads in it,
Right.
but I mean, I really can't complain for free.
It's true.
I'll put it in the link in the description if you want to go watch it. It's a good
Yeah.
it's a good documentary. It's 52 minutes. It's paced really well. It's an interesting story. Oh,
That
it's
sounds pretty
Fox
good to me.
Sports documentary. Okay.
Oh, Fox though.
Well, it's
I'm
Fox
more of
Sports.
a
Fox Sports is
yeah.
different. It's different.
I'm more of a Lynx kind of guy.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps up everything for you today, don't you
Yeah.
think?
And then some. I think we went on probably about 45 minutes too long.
Yeah. It's
But
mostly
we'll
my
we'll
fault. I'm
cut.
sorry.
No, not even. It's well. I mean, yeah. There was a lot of a lot of bracket doing. Also,
Yeah.
real quick before we go, I'm on the Giants website, and apparently there's a very large Hispanic
Mm-hmm.
like following because they have.
Oh.
You know how they
Well,
got
yeah,
the
it's New
top.
York.
Is it? I don't know. There's a lot of.
Puerto
Well, I guess.
Ricans.
Yeah, that's right. So that makes sense because I have news, photo, video, podcast, schedule, team, community,
Oh,
Los Gigantes.
speaking of next week, next week instead of a normal podcast, we're gonna watch the Cowboys and Buccaneers play each other, and we're gonna commentate it, and that's what's gonna be our podcast
Live.
live.
No, no, that'd be a fucking nightmare.
I mean, we could do it live. It wouldn't matter. We could do it on your Twitch channel or on the YouTube channel. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because as long as we don't have
And actually, that'd be kind of better because you could run it and just have the tab with the play-by-play open and just have a linked into the
yeah, because with OBS I can have it to where I can see it, I can watch it, and I
Mhm.
can commentate as it happens, but you can't hear it, you can't see
Yeah.
it. So technically I'm not breaking any laws.
Actually, that might be a bad idea. Have a live thing, and we could just use the VOD as the podcast. We'll
So
talk
you want
more
to do
about
the
it
VOD
next time.
instead? Yeah, it'd actually probably be better to do the VOD like Tuesday morning and react to it in real time. I mean, we'll watch it that night too, but we'll just have it, and it's gonna be. We can watch the quick one, which is like 40 something minutes, or we can watch the full one and really have time to talk shit.
But in the middle of the week. But yeah.
Yeah, but it all depends. So,
All right. Bye, everyone.
all right, goodbye, everybody. Make sure your pipes don't burst.